Welcome back, children. So we'll start kingdom protista's types. So we have already learned the characteristic of kingdom protista. Under that we have only 5 categories. All are very interesting and easy only. So first category under protista is chrysophytes. Okay, and chrysophytes means here you want to remember all algae, most of the algae, okay, aquatic algae which comes under this chrysophytes. Chrysophytes means you want to remember one interesting term, diatoms. Okay, diatoms. So we learned in grade 9 regarding algae, fungi, priotetra, like that. We learned algae means it will be in green color, and we can see we learned brown algae, green algae, brown algae, and also red algae. Only we have learned 3 categories. So normally we can see 11 categories in algae even. Okay, why it is 11 categories means based on the color of the algae and based on the pigment which is present in the algae. If it is a green algae, what could be the pigment means chlorophyll A. So if chlorophyll A is more, automatically the algae will be green in color. And apart from that, we have different types of algae. In that we can see different pigments. So one such type is diatom. So what is diatom? Diatom is a algae. What algae? Diatom will be in yellow color, or we can call it as golden color also. So diatoms and golden algae, that is desmids, both comes under the group of chrysophytes. Normally these chrysophytes, we can call it as jewels of the sea. We can call it as jewels. Why we can call it as jewels of the sea means because it will be in the color of yellow or bright golden color. So we can call chrysophytes as jewels of the sea. And we know, we have learned in characteristic of protista, it will be in the protista will be in the water only. It might be aquatic, might be marine or fresh water. So whatever the condition, it will be in the water only. So even chrysophytes we can see in water only. And what are the examples for chrysophytes? Diatom and golden algae. And how can we describe chrysophytes? We can describe chrysophytes as jewels of the sea. Okay, why? Because of the color, beautiful color. Now look at these two structure. No? These two are example for again chrysophytes. Okay, Triceratium and Phenolaria, both also color very beautiful, like golden color only. So these are the examples for chrysophytes. So even Triceratium is a type of diatom only. So in your level you remember diatom, that is more than enough. So diatom, now look at the triangular diatom. Okay, it will be beautiful yellow in color and also golden mixed color also. And here where it will present means it will present in fresh water. That word is very, very important. If you are appearing for competitive exam, they will ask like this only. Chrysophytes will present in fresh water, marine water, or both or none. So you want to choose chrysophytes are fresh water and as well as marine. So they will give freshwater, marine, freshwater and marine, none. So you want to choose freshwater plus marine. And they are microscopic because it is a single celled eukaryotic, means they are microscopic only, and it used to float passively in water current. Why we are telling passively means it won't be for example, if it will have, when it is have the say own mechanism, means automatically it will used to move in the water, but it doesn't contain any flagella or other substance. Where the water will go, in that same direction even the diatom will start to move. That is only we can call it as passive movement. Here there is no active movement. Only it will go along with the water current. So that's why we are call it as passively. So it will used to move where the water is going, there also diatom used to move. And and most of them are photosynthetic. What it means? Photosynthetics, we know algae means they can able to prepare its own food, so we can call it as photosynthetic. So that's all about the characteristic of chrysophytes. So what is chrysophyte, children? Chrysophytes means it is a golden algae. Remember, the word should comes into your mind. Chrysophytes, it is a group of protista. It comes under protista, and chrysophytes means it is an algae. I told you algae, we have so many types: green algae, blue-green algae, yellow and brown color, red color, golden color. So why these kind of algae are present means because of the presence of different kinds of pigments. Human beings contains what pigment? We have melanin pigment. Like that, if more melanin is there, that person will be dark. If less melanin is there, that person will be fair. Like that, pigment only will decide the color of the organisms. Like that, even in algae also, pigment is deciding color of the algae. So diatom means it will be in yellow, and golden algae it will be in golden color. And what is the pigment is present in that? You want to know, no? So write the pigment name. Okay, write the pigment name. Pigment name is phycocyanin. What is the name of the pigment? Phycocyanin. So phyco means your algae. Normally study about the algae, we can call it as phycology or algology. Study about the algae is phycology or algology. Phycology means phycology. What is phycology? Study about algae, we can call it as phycology. Study about algae, phycology or algology. So phyco means algae, cyanin means a golden color or yellow color pigment is present in that algae, so we can call it as phycocyanin will present in the diatom. Is that clear, children? Next I'll explain the cell wall of the diatom. So now we are thorough with the characteristic of chrysophytes. Chrysophytes are yellow algae, diatom. Example for the diatom and golden algae, we can call it as jewels of the sea. It will move passively and it is photosynthetic. Normally diatom as algae means it will have cell wall. No? It will have a constant cell wall, and the cell wall is made up of not cellulose, but the cell wall is made up of silica. S-I-L-I-C-A. What is silica? You might have learned in your chemistry regarding silica, the nature of the silica. Here, hydrated silicon dioxide. So silica is nothing but hydrated. Okay, H-Y-D-R-A-T-E-D. Hydrated silicon. S-I-L-I-C-O-N. Silicon. S-I-L-I-C-O-N. Silicon dioxide. So what is silica? Hydrated silicon dioxide, only silica. So the cell wall of the diatom is made up of silica. Why it is very important means the silica is not at all degraded by any kind of mechanism. So automatically the cell wall of the diatom will deposit in the water even. So continuously when it deposits, automatically the place of the area, aquatic area will become the huge cell wall of the diatom only. So this will become a diatomaceous earth. This area become diatomaceous earth. And this silica, the silica cell wall, it is very important to use for polishing and filtration of oil also, and to make some syrups, cough syrups it is using. And actually this diatoms also we can tell it is a chief producers in the ozones. Why? Ozones also they need producers, no? So what is the producer which is present in the ozone means diatom only. So that is the producers. So this producer was eaten by the primary consumer. So the food cycle will continue from the diatom only. So what is diatom? It is an algae. It comes under chrysophytes. Okay, and it will be in fresh water and also in marine water. It will move passively and it is a photosynthetic, and it will have a cell wall called as silica. How can we tell? Hydrated silicon dioxide is silica, and actually this will not degrade by this won't be degraded, so automatically it will deposit on the aquatic area, so it will become, the area become diatomaceous earth. So it is used to do so many jewels also. Not only that, it used to do so many jewels, because you just see the structure of Triceratium, it is very beautiful, no? So with the help of that we can able to do so many jewels, artificial jewels, and we'll get more amount also from that. And also it is used as a filtration for oil syrups, and it is a cheap producers in the ozone also. Is that clear, children? And here why it is not degraded means automatically here this is a cell wall, no? So the cell wall of this diatom, actually how it will function means it will function like a soap box. This is a one layer, another layer is like this. So it was protected once again. So if it is a single, this is a cell wall, nature of the cell wall of diatom is like this only. So how we have soap box, no? Automatically one lid, it will close with each other, no? Like that it has these kind of cell wall, so automatically it will protect the organisms in a very safe, and it is very hard also. So these two these two layers of the shell of the diatom, it used to overlap each other, and they used to fit together as in a soap box. These two, no, they'll fit together, how we can able to see in soap box. So automatically these are very, very tightly packed, it won't remove at all. And here the walls are embedded with the silica. What is the silica means? It is a hydrated silicon dioxide, and it is not at all degraded by anything. So it will be deposited in their habitat itself, so the area become diatomaceous earth. So that's all about the chrysophytes. And one more example is given, Pinnulillaria. This is also comes under chrysophytes only. I think now we are clear with the chrysophytes. Okay, children. So next video you will get dinoflagellates. Next video you will get dinoflagellates. It will be very, very interesting. I'll explain remaining in next video. Thank you.